And we're live, and we're thriving, and into the brand menu.
Right.
And we go to, let's get the right one this time. Here it is. 3, 2, 1.
One.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
We made it.
Yes.
Not as many technical issues today. In fact, mic volume should be fixed. We got the right bumper at the beginning, and everybody's here. It's a great Tuesday.
So professional.
The best Tuesday ever?
Many people are saying this.
Yeah.
Saying that.
And who am I to argue with them? They're probably right. Yeah, we got a big show today. I don't know. We got a lot of show notes, so we got a lot of stuff to get through. Let's go ahead and get started with. What the heck happened last week? Well, we had stuff happen.
We don't know.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Zach had a creative session. Zach, probably one of the coolest creative sessions ever. You got me with the choose your own adventure, but why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I can share this. For those of you who tuned in, I had a horrible time actually figuring out how to share screen because I don't do it quite often. And Michael kept me quite in check on making sure that I shared my screen. So I'm going to share a screen now, and I think I'm doing it. Yes. Okay. This isn't the prettiest thing, but I took one of Michael's really cool assets when we launched text, this like wizard guy, and it's got this cool expanding text box thing, and we're changing text dynamically. So starts off with let's play the lost treasure. And then goes into some prompts, but basically this whole choose your own adventure thing was generated, or the whole scenario stuff was generated by ChatGPT, which is nice because I'm very unimaginative. And yeah, just goes through a bunch of different kind of prompts and all that good stuff. But yeah, some styling love could be done there, but mainly it was just good to show off how to set text dynamically and kind of coordinate the timing of things there. So it was fun. The Code Sandbox link is, I think, in the YouTube description for that stream. So you can check it out, play around with it if you want, make your own choose your adventure and all that good stuff.
And the YouTube link is in the chat
Awesome.
if you want to watch it.
Really cool.
Yeah, super sweet. What did you? So what's the ending? What's the ending of the story here, or do we have to watch?
Oh,
You have to play it.
You have to play it. But ChatGPT always made it so that the first option keeps you is the only thing that you have to choose to play the adventure.
Wait, is it? But does it auto? Is it like always updating? Like every time you play it, it's going to be something new?
No, it's all static. Sorry, you probably
It
could.
It doesn't end with and then you wake up. Like isn't that
Oh my gosh.
like when then
And
you
the
wake
spinner is still spinning.
Wasn't that the ending to Lost?
up? Oh, let's not get started talking about that.
I haven't had time to watch it. It's only been 10 years.
Yeah, there's 12 seasons. It's
Make time.
that's a quick catch up right there.
Start for the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well that was last week. We also had our live streams last week and stuff, but this week we've got pretty much the same schedule. We've got a live stream on Wednesday, Spanish live stream with JC, Laura, and Pedro. That's an hour earlier than this live stream. Y'all doing anything special tomorrow?
We'll talk in Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. The full hour.
Yeah. We
And I mean
copy
it.
we copy this show completely.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. And we have the same. For example, GC makes the Robert voice. I make the Michael voice. Laura makes Zach and Gordon voices,
Yeah.
Both.
but in Spanish.
Claro.
Well, like I said, that'll be an hour earlier than this live stream tomorrow, and then it's the double feature. We got a Laura double feature tomorrow. Laura's gonna be having a creative session that starts right after the Spanish live stream. Laura, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm doing like a choose your difficulty menu, it's soccer related.
Very interesting.
Now I know where the Blue Man Group is coming from.
Ooh,
Okay.
shh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Spoiler
No,
alert.
no. It's a thing. All right, so that. Oh, and I think we might have a workshop on Thursday, possibly,
Oh.
maybe. It's a possibility, but you know what you need to do. You need to make sure you follow us on Twitter or X, whatever. You can follow pretty much any of us.
Yeah.
And make sure you join Discord because we'll announce it on Discord if we're going to have a workshop or not. All right, let's talk about all the new releases. So if you're already joined on the Discord or Twitter, then you saw that we had 2 updates go out last week. Yep, 2 of them. Lots of stability fixes, things like that. If you want to read them all, you can go here, or we will do a quick share my screen, share this, and we'll scroll through it. All right, so this was the, we got to do this. All right, so this was the first fix that was released. As you can see, a bunch of different issues and stuff like that were fixed. And then there were more fixes released on, I think that was Friday. That looks like Friday.
Mhm.
That's Thursday or Friday, something like that. So like I said, if you want to check out all of this, read through all this, go to rive.app /changelog.
And I have to say that there is a fix that is amazing for the Windows people.
Ooh.
That yes, we have fixed Wacom. I mean, engineers have fixed that Wacom. There is this thing with the Wacom drivers. Everyone that uses the Wacom knows that the drivers of Wacom usually try to break your PC. It's like the main purpose of that drivers, and then to make work the Wacom thing. And it has been possible to fix a problem when you were in the Windows app and use the arrows to change the values. It crashed not only our app. I think all the Flutter's apps has this problem. It's like a Flutter theme Gordon perhaps now, and this has been fixed. So
Exciting.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Now,
It's
I'm
also
not-
such a weird error, like, and like whoever discovered that, like that it's the Wacom drivers that causes the crash. Wow, kudos.
You think they just started like uninstalling drivers and stuff like that? And
Yes.
trial by fire.
Yes.
Was that you, JC?
No.
Oh.
But I saw the movement.
All right. Well, lots of good releases. You know what else released? New Rive 101 section.
Yay.
So now, if you're curious about the basic rigging tools, constraints, bones, joysticks, there are videos for all of that up on YouTube. So be sure to check out the rigging section. And we started in True on the interactive section. So we'll be talking about the state machine next. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that section. Give us a couple weeks and that'll be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of state machines, this has actually nothing to do with state machines. Struck, which is a design agency, just updated the Chia website using Rive. And if you're curious to see their case study on that, they did an entire video roundtable with our founder, Guido, and he talked about Rive stuff. They talked about what they liked about Rive, how they used Rive, and things like that. So if you're curious to check that out, be sure to go watch that video. I linked the website there in the chat. Now, speaking of videos, new tutorial video dropped. Not from us. This is actually from the community, from Mr. Beardo. If you want to watch this, this is from beginner to pro, crafting epic animated lo-fi videos. So it's like making a music video with Rive. There's a link to that video also in the chat. I thought this was really interesting. So if If you want to check it out, make sure you, check it out. I don't know what else to say.
Check it out.
Yeah. Okay, so just quickly, on the horizon, we do have things on the horizon.
Yes.
Is Jeff here? I don't know if Jeff's here.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be refreshing his browser all day.
Yep.
Could be all day today. Could be all day today and tomorrow. Don't know, but updates coming soon. Soon.
Yeah.
Like very soon.
Yeah, we are cooking.
Boiling hot soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
In-
I can
in this
smell.
case-
I can smell it from here. Ooh, this whole
I don't know the word in English. Están emplatando ahora mismo. You know, we have a word when they are preparing the. You have been the beer, the beer. I don't know the name. The Chicago thing with the bar, the TV show.
Oh, the bear.
When they make this thing with the with the this and put that and they make like
Yeah.
they always make this little turn here with the this.
Yeah. Because everything needs to be perfect, no?
Yes, that's the
we,
point.
we are in this
Yeah.
moment.
We're in the plating. You know, you ever watch not Kitchen Nightmares? What's the Gordon Ramsay when he gets on his folks who's in Hell Kitchen and he's like, you can't serve this crap because it's not. You gotta put the parsley flakes and the squirt the lime juice just right. That's where we're at.
And it's plating the name? No,
Plating, yeah, I think so.
Oh,
plating. It can be true. It's like it's in Spanish, but like Spanglish. I mean, we say emplatar.
It's almost the same. Yeah.
I thought it was some verb with this, like this in, or I don't know.
All right. Well, as you can see, Pedro is plating the final pieces to the update that will be coming very, very soon. And speaking of Pedro, it's time for No!
Pedro's Picks of the Week.
Okay, we got there.
They
Pedro's
have.
picks of the week. All right, Pedro, what do you got for us this week?
It almost worked, but okay. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I'm going to move that screen so I can.
I'm not
see
hitting the
you
button.
here. Here it is. I'm going to start with this. Michael made with. If you remember, there was an event about some technology brand last week. We all know. They have this effect for Twitter. Michael makes this version using Rive. And I have to say, I think it's better than the original.
Yes.
I think that would look great on the iPhone 36, honestly.
So that's the initial one. Okay, the next one is this is something I saw today, and I really like the idea of using Rive for this kind of demo things when you are showing like a demo of a new app or web page. This kind of e-learning content. I think it's interesting. Here is from the same user another one. This that
Is
is
that
Wow.
all Rive? Or is it?
yes. The animation is made in. I guess they are image, not. I don't know. I have not opened the file, but
I'm sure they mocked that up somewhere and then imported it.
Yes, perhaps it's Figma, and then.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of using Rive for this kind of little animations to show the content and how a page. Yes, I think that's really nice. Other thing, it's coming, so our community is beginning to have this kind of content. And here is
Oh my God.
piñata, yes.
Yes, una piñata, man.
It's like the two best parties you can have, Halloween and a piñata party.
Whoa!
Yes, we have the
The candies. Yay!
And here is not so happy. Okay, you can see it's like I'm not happy anymore.
Very visceral. Like it's just my stomach is not feeling great after watching that. I don't know why.
I mean, it's Halloween. It
This
has to
designed
be,
by
like,
Rob Zombie.
like uncomfortable to see. Yes, and as we have that, we have this other one too. And as you can see, we have our first Halloween content for this. When is Halloween? I'm not able to remember.
October 31st. It's like a Wednesday.
Okay, so we have like a month. And not only that,
Oh
we
my God.
also have
Oh.
vampires. Yes. And
That's
here we
cool.
have a follow thing.
This is cool.
The mouth is so good. I love that they got the little like I don't even know what you call that, the mouth hole to move around to. I don't know. What do you like the throat?
Where
This-
is the bell?
Yeah, the little dangly bit.
This in Spanish is la campanilla, the little
Yeah.
bell.
The little bell.
Yeah. Yes, the little bell is
The
the
little
literal translation. This I don't know in English how it's
Look
The
at
glue-
the,
the gloogly.
description. The description is, I've come to track your cursor. Robert,
I
you have
think
to do
Mr.
that in
Beardo
a-
got
in
it.
a vampire voice.
The uvula.
Whoa. Hold
That's
on.
cool.
No, wait. Never mind.
Not. Nope.
okay.
I
Next
love
one.
it. Yeah.
I think
Bail.
we had this before, but this is like an update of the file.
Mm,
And
Whoa.
it has like this effect.
I see.
And I really like it because it's like, a button, but more
Mhm.
physic button. And I like
I like
the
it.
effect when it changes this part here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's
is the
awesome.
user that had that the shooting range. Remember the
Oh yeah, that was a long time
the gun
ago.
range. Yeah. They haven't posted anything for a while, but I saw this last night too. And I was like, that is pretty nice. I think I said slick. Look, yeah, I commented on it.
It is
Okay.
slick.
This one is for Mr. Beardo. And I like the art a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
This style. And it's
Oh, neat.
Ooh.
Cute.
I just noticed the text, like the fill knockout, when the
Yeah.
text up there, how it
oh
goes
yes.
to outline when the
I didn't
That's
saw
pretty
that.
cool.
Yes. Interesting. Okay, let's go from the next one. Here it is. Okay. Okay, I like this character.
Havaisco party.
Yes, I like the idea and everything.
It's really fun.
Yes, I can see like the in the bus stops.
It's a
sometimes-
Hawaiian party.
Yes.
Yeah.
These big screens they have in the bus stops and these kind of things. Have you seen that in the street when you are walking and they have advertising there? I can see this in one of
Yeah.
them, like a big one with this.
We haven't gotten the animated bus stop advertisements yet. We're still on that poster tech.
Okay, I'm looking for the next one.
Can
This.
you imagine licking a pineapple?
Oof. That's a mistake.
That must hurt.
This guy looks like he's
This
licked a few pineapples.
This other one is about like e-learning content, and I like the idea too of every time you click, I think it's here, you can see like the explanation of this.
Huh.
And also, I think it's interesting to see this kind of content.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that when the time comes to learn the dark arts.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. I saw this in the community too. And this character I like because it has this like this idea of every button make something. It has a big jump. This.
Wow.
Ooh.
And I think it's also here. It says One Piece. I don't know if it's related with the anime because I had not seen One Piece, so perhaps it's something like that. But this big mouth is very funny.
Yeah, I watched that on Netflix. That the live action movie or whatever is really good.
Ooh.
The main character is the actor is from Canarias.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. From Canada.
Or their parents are from Canarias or something like that. I think the actor talks in Spanish, but with a big accent from Canarias.
Canary accent.
Yes,
Yeah.
and in Spanish, if you see the show in Spain, it has the accent from that place, from the place GC is.
Yes.
And at the beginning, it's like people saying, "Why is talking with that accent?" It's like, yes.
This is
because
a
of
beautiful accent.
that. Yes.
I have a confession to make.
Mhm.
I haven't actually seen One Piece on Netflix. I was just trying to rile up all the anime fans.
That was fast. I started it. I remember the character name, Monkey D. Luffy.
Whoa,
Oh,
little solid snake action.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got to get to the warehouse to something.
Yes.
Do the thing.
Hide
That's
me under the
cool.
box. They'll never know.
It's
This is
amazing.
Wayne, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a rig, you know. It's just. I mean, it's an image with.
I don't know. He normally use a lot of image.
Okay.
Yeah,
can be
but I don't know
there.
if in a sequence or I think it's possible because this is not deformation. This is
Some of it looks like
Okay.
deformation.
you think
Some of
the
it.
the mouth? I
No.
think-
Like,
no. Yeah.
I think there's like a face angle. What's down? What's the last one that you? The last.
The mouth,
never
no?
mind.
The
You're
last
not
one.
controlling the sliders.
Okay. Next one is this glitch animation text,
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and I think it's when you go over. Yes. It's like it has this effect.
Mm.
And I like the idea. It's changing, but it applies the effect. I guess are nested are bars or something like that. It can be just no. Perhaps it's just 3 versions of the text with a clip. Okay, and the final one is this. I'm going to put that. I really like this. Is this cat?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. This is nice. Yeah.
And I really like the style of the character and
Yeah. And all the details, the body, how is the body moving? No, the tail, this detail of
yes,
the tail.
the tail is just that.
Yeah.
And the cat is so happy.
Yeah.
The detail is that? Yeah.
Detail. Yeah.
This cat
So-
needs to lay off the meow mix, like just a little bit.
it's cute.
And I really want us to know about this thing that Michael did because I think this is amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
what is this?
This menu is
Yeah. What is this? So I think so. Other than the cursor, like which I think is just like a follow, pointer move it attaches to your cursor, is that the actual menu is a squashed. So it's a circle that I squashed, and then I'm rotating within that. So kind of JC's perspective rotatey trick.
Yeah.
So that way it's moving like this and not doing So you can kind of squash that and stretch it if you want the menu to be like wider or more narrow. But yeah, it's just a bunch of, it's using any state to bounce between all the different positions, which I think is a really easy way to set up a menu like this, because you can go from like 1 to 5 and it'll just animate all the way through. And you don't have to do a complex state machine.
Nice.
So wait, so this isn't a complex state machine?
No, the most complex part of it is just, I mean, you got to make a timeline for each one of these states, but that's just basically keying a rotation. And then I'm doing like some opacity, and then I just update. I have a new version of it where I'm doing some scale on the ones that are not in the middle. So yeah, I'm gonna add to it and maybe make that part more useful, and maybe it'll break out into onto the right side more, so you can select through the subcategories. Or yeah, no, stuff is fun. It's super easy. Like, it is really easy. And I did record a video. So initially I had it all set up, and the cursor, when you hovered each of those boxes, would do that active state. And I was like, oh, I forgot it on the little plus. And I just recorded like a 20-second video of how easy it is to just go add a listener to that, and then set the true and false Boolean on it. So
That looks awesome.
Cool.
Yes. And that's it.
What a wonderful list of picks this week, Pedro.
Yep.
Here's a question. Are you going to be here for next week's live stream? I know you're going out of town, but I just wanted to...
Next week, yes.
Okay, so you're going to be... Okay, sweet. So we are going to get Pedro's picks of the week made by somebody else, though.
We
think-
can make like over the name a few lines, scribble that like, and the other name put on the video.
But you'll still have to present it, because this is your section. This is the fan favorite, Pedro's picks of the week. Okay, and it will always be named that, no matter who's doing it. All right, let's get through some questions. Hey, what kind of headphones do you have? I need a new set. These are AKG K701 headphones. Yeah. All right. I wonder if we can make an animation for my card game, like a Marvel Snap ability animation. Do you have any suggestions to me about making that type of animation? Oh, I haven't played Snap in a little bit. There is a YouTube video that I made when I was playing lots of Marvel Snap, and I will find that for you. I would recommend... Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. I'm like Inception myself. I would recommend starting with that, and then once you get the card perspective and you can figure out how to animate all the card perspectives and stuff like that, then just go play a bunch of Marvel Snap and pick an animation, like an effect, and try to copy it. Let me see if I can find this thing. Where would I put it? Does anybody else have any suggestions for that?
I think there is a few files in the community with this thing, and we have a tutorial. Michael, did you make a live stream or something like that?
Robert did a whole creative session that basically you used Mid-Journey to create like a character, and then he did the whole like... I mean, if you're looking to do just the 3D effect, that would be the perfect video. If you're talking about like the actual, like, because I haven't played for a while either, but there's a bunch of just like lightning effects and stuff like that. If it's something like that, that's a little different. And you'd like, I think Robert made a good suggestion of just like go find one you like and you want to recreate, and then that's a start, and then just try and like figuring out how to recreate it is going to be the trick. But that's where I don't know what else you would do.
Well, here's
like
something
probably
you've
lots
been
of glow
doing.
effects and stuff.
You've been going in and looking at a bunch of After Effects tutorials and recreating those. I think After Effects tutorials, if you can find the right effect, there are lots of really great After Effects tutorials on effects and how to build them, and you just have to kind of what would you say, like kind of fill in the gaps with what you know about Rive and how you might, like what tool you might use to replace, I don't know, like repeaters or anything.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
I think it's like you can get, there's some techniques that you can, if you go through an After Effects tutorial, there's techniques that are kind of universal. There's specific things that are like plugins or whatever, but like if it's, you know, if it's like, how do you create a flash, like just a quick like impact flash, like there's tutorials that'll show you how to do that, and oftentimes it's, you know, fairly straightforward. Like if they're using different layer like blending modes to get different glow effects, like that would be a good thing you can redo or you can recreate in Rive. Yeah, I guess it really depends on what, like if it's a particle effect, like you can certainly make a particle effect in Rive. It's might not, you can't use like the trap code stuff or whatever in After Effects, but you can certainly mimic some of that. It just might be a little more manual work right now.
And if you have more questions about that, make sure you join the Discord and you know, ask folks around there. There's a lot of really great animators in the Discord that'll be happy to help you out. Okay, hey guys, just to let you know that Rive rocks. Thanks. I built a couple. Oh boy. Okay, hang on. I built a custom Fabric.js plus Rive React component for a story builder product I'm working on and hopefully releasing this year.
Ooh,
very cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
You should share that on Discord. Show us what you're working on.
Yeah.
We also have the awesome Rive repo that if you have something cool you want to share, and yeah, we can post it on there. It's kind of like a collection of tutorials and projects and deployed examples and things like that that show Rive in the wild.
Hey guys, it's Danyar. I'm curious, are you going to invite more Rive animators to your team in the future, or is it possible to work for Rive as an intern? I'm not really sure what's going on with hiring and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess now we can say nothing. I guess for now we are no inviting nobody more. But yeah, in the future, I don't know. I'm sure.
I think we have a jobs page on the Rive website. I'm pretty sure. Something like that. Hiring, something like that. So keep an eye there.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got for questions. One thing did come up in Discord, and Danyar posted about it, and I just wanted to talk about it really quick because this is something that I've run into a couple times. I know Michael's ran into this before, and it's when using an any state. So I just want to do something. This is like totally ad hoc. We're just going to talk about the any state really quick. Okay. Let me share this really quick. This thing, share. And then we got to hit this button. Boop. Ah, sweet. All right. So, one thing that happens sometimes when we want to use the any state, how we think this any state is going to work. Let me just add a couple states here. Like this. And then let me add some more like this and like this. Okay, so we have two different paths that we want our any state to go down, right? Like you want some intro animation and then something else to play, or you want this intro animation and then something else to play. And you want to be able to hop back and forth between the two and keep a really simple state machine setup. Now, something that you can't do is use a number input, and I'll show you why. So if I put the number inputs on both of these, and let's just say the first animation is going to play, and then after the first animation plays, it'll play the second one. What you can't do is say, all right, We want the number input there and there. So when the number is 0, we'll go through here and go into this state. Or when it's 1, we go into this state and then this state. Now, the reason that it's getting stuck on this state is because a number is sort of like a Boolean, where like it's holding a value and it's always throwing that value. And this any state is always checking for a value. So because this is a persistent thing and a Boolean is a persistent thing, we can't have a number come out of any state and then go to another state in a chain with a number. We have to use a trigger because we need it to only happen one, like check that input one time. So we could say like, all right, trigger 1 goes this way and trigger 2 goes this way. So now if we play it, you can see that we've actually gotten to this state. And if we go the second way, we got this way. So again, if you want to have a chain of animations play out of the any state, you have to make sure that the transition that comes out of the any state isn't using like a persistent condition, like a input or a what do you call it? A Boolean or a number.
It should work if you do like a trigger and a number. So like if you do like,
Yes.
What happens if you have an exit state?
An exit state. What do you mean? Like
So
if it
like-
goes here?
Yeah, so at the end, can you have multiple exit states? Yeah.
Like that? And then try
And
with a
one, yeah,
number?
numbers.
Oops, only need one. Now that is a good question. I've never tried this before. All right, 0, 1. Yeah, it's going to get stuck. Because as soon as it tries to jump to this animation, this is firing again. It's just going to keep firing over and over again. So you can never get out of that state. But you could do, yeah, like you said, a trigger. Trigger. And so now it's going to, let's take this off. Now it's going to look for what number this is, either 1 or 0. And then boom. Ooh, wait, I need to play. So now we went up there. Oops. Do that again. 0 and then boom, 1. So it went down this path.
So you need at least 2 conditions if you want a number or a
Yeah.
Boolean. Or
Yeah, because you need something that will actually it needs something that only happens once and not something that's persistent, or it's just going to get hung in between these two transitions here. All right, so yeah, that is a now you can use a number from an any state. What I'm saying is you cannot use a number from an any state if you want to go down a path like this. If you're trying to leave this state, you can't go down that. Like it's not going to work because you're going to get hung up on this transition. But if your state machine is set up like this, where you're just going into a single animation state from any of them.
But it reproduced it plays the animation, or it gets stuck like in the first
No,
frame?
this will work because what's happening in the other one, what's happening in this is you're trying to transition again. So as soon as this second transition tries to happen, that's when this transition takes over. So as long as there's no second transition, if it's just like this, then you can use that number input, no problem. But as soon as you try and go to a different state that's in a chain, it's not going to work.
Yes, it's because the number input always is calling.
Exactly.
Always. So it doesn't
Yep.
matter. You have another animation. The other is over the rest because it's working. Yeah.
Yep. This is something that we're going to go into a little bit more when we go into the Rive 101 section. So I'll be sure to cover all this stuff there too, and done in a way that isn't confusing for both me and everyone else. All right, that was my little impromptu. Hey, hear this. Okay, let's look what we got. Weird. So strange. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see. Tried this once. Why isn't the exit time showing? You tried the any state thing? Anyways,
that's when the question came in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the reason that there's not an exit time on a transition from any state to a state is because, hang on. Let me think about this. There is a reason. And if somebody has that reason, you can chime in. But it's because any state can interrupt and act as a transition at any time. So there is no like, you have to finish this much of an animation before the any state transition happens. It's just always there. Like you can go to that state with any time.
Yeah, you can use duration from the any state to a state, but I think Robert, that makes sense. That there's nothing to exit, right? It's instant. So. Oh, he said not with any state.
Oh. This may be a Discord thing. Unless, if you got some more context, then we'll see what that is. I do like that idea with the exit state, Gordon. I had never tried that before. I was hoping that was going to work, and I was going to my mind was going to be blown.
But yeah, the last thing you said made it make sense why it wouldn't work. The fact that it can interrupt.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They're using an entry state, then set the exit time to 100%. So the reason that there's no exit time on an entry state transition is because the entry state isn't playing anything. It is just the entry state is only telling the state machine, this is the state that I want my state machine to start in.
Yeah, it's only say this is the animation I want to start. Exactly. Yeah. You need to put the exit time in the next animation. In this case, the next state. I mean,
I had to move Ed Sheeran to timeout. Had to.
Yeah, it was amusing for a bit.
I was so confused. So confused. Now, if you want your you should think about the entry state as just assigning the first state, and then that first state that you have hooked into the state machine, that is going to be the first state that you want to use. And then if you want it to transition out into a different animation, that's the one that you put the exit time on. So it would look something like this. Hang on. Shoot. Where's it at? Okay, here we go. All right. So you want something like this. Like this. Thank you. So yeah, no exit time here because there's nothing to exit from. Here's where you put the exit time on. 100%. So if this was a timeline animation, it would play this entire animation and then play the second animation. So this is where you'd want to put that exit time at. Okay, do we have any more questions? If not, we're going to do what we did last week and get out of here early. Give you 15 minutes back.
This is like the sweetest thing you could ever hear at the end of a class. We're going to go ahead and get out of here 5 minutes early. All right, I'll go wander the halls for 5 minutes. I can do that. Cause some trouble. Mark up some lockers.
I never got that in college. It was always like, okay, you could stay 15 minutes longer because we didn't quite get to everything. And I was like, I don't know if I should stay in here. You already lost me when you started talking about notional values. And I did not do well in calculus. Okay, let me just tell you that right now. I was horrible at math.
I have a question. If you lose your state machine in the viewer, So like, let's say you like dragged it around. How do you find it again?
Ah, I got you. All right, check it out. So let's say you're here and you go, oh my gosh, it's gone.
That just happened to me.
Okay, so just like with the stage where you can hit F to fit your
No,
artboard.
one moment. Gordon, you need to call the
Call
machine.
support.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Support ticket.
No,
Support
don't
ticket.
call support. No.
You
I'll
need
ping
to say,
Sonia. That'll be so
"Hey,
funny.
hey, come on. Come
Just
here.
hit F.
Go to the center."
Just select the graph and hit F, and it'll fit your state machine.
Wait, so just select anywhere on the graph player.
Anywhere on the graph,
Yeah.
and then hit F.
See, okay, so I selected the state machine, pressed F, thinking it would find it, and it didn't.
Gotta hit that graph.
Cool.
Nothing. I was gonna say something, but I'm not going to.
All right.
It's better that way.
Can you tell
It
how
had to do
get
with
to
the
Rive
F.
team?
Why we use F as the shortcut for that? Sorry.
Because it's
Because
full,
it's
man.
fun. It's fun.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Well, I don't know what you were gonna say. Maybe it's the OF button. OF, I'm lost.
Yeah, it's lost.
I don't know how to get to the Rive team. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think maybe like how you joined Rive.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. No, like the story.
Oh,
So
from
and
me?
In the old times, yes.
Yeah.
the stuff.
I think it's that.
Oh.
How
a long,
you
long
get-
time ago.
Yeah.
Well, back in my day, Rive wasn't even called Rive yet. It was just called
Exactly.
Nema.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I just did a bunch of animations and stuff, and I was working on a team, and that team was using Rive, and well, it was Nema, and then it was Flare, and then I did a lot of like rigging work and stuff like that for different game characters and projects, and learned a lot about the tool. And Rive was real small at the time, and so they asked our team to come and work for them, so we did, and that was that. That's the history.
Yeah. It was amazing.
And then I started doing YouTube stuff. Yeah, it wasn't the most exciting story in the world. I was just there. All right.
Yeah.
Any more questions? By the way, sorry to all the Saquon Barkley and Nick Chubb owners out there in your fantasy leagues. Like, those guys are so hurt. It hurt my soul. Rest in peace, those guys. We'll see them next year. Okay, here we go. When I try to load Rive animations using the WebJS runtime with npm, my Rive animation doesn't show up on the HTML canvas. Why?
It depends. Maybe if you can elaborate maybe what you're seeing in the browser console for errors. If it's not maybe finding your Rive file. Yeah, there could be a number of things, but if you want to drop your code snippet in Discord, we can probably help out.
Yeah, please drop that in Discord. JC, how did you
Oh.
get started in animation?
Whoa. It's a long time.
This is a big back in my day story.
I think I start in 19. Let me 1900.
1900. Wow.
No, 1995. I think is when I start in animation.
Not going to even admit to how old I was back then.
Traditional animation, in 2D traditional animation, and then jump to stop motion with clay and Muppets, that was amazing, but so hard. That is the most hard animation type. Then discover Flash. Yeah, amazing. For a long time working in Flash in different projects, and then Rive. Yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't even go to school to learn any of that stuff. You just did
No,
it.
because in Canarias in that time we don't have a school for animation. I remember we don't have internet at that time too.
Oh.
So
I thought you were going to say schools weren't invented yet. That was so long ago.
No, but it's true. It's true. To study animation in that time, I need to go to Madrid and fly to Madrid. And yeah, our family don't have money for that. And in the island, we don't have nothing. And I remember try to find a book about animation was the more difficult thing. It's so difficult. But one time I discovered one book and I buy this book, and that was my teacher.
Was it the Animator Survival Guide?
Yeah, it's Chris Jorgenes, and the book is the how to cheat Adobe Flash. I don't remember the version now, but was that book? Yeah, the funny history about that was while I was working in 2D in traditional animation, the musician of the project I was working, he showed me Flash when Flash was one of the first version of Flash, and he told me, check this tool. You can move this ellipse from here to here. And I say, this is so stupid. I don't want to move ellipses. I want to make animation, man. This is so stupid. And years later, I take that tool and it was amazing. I created a lot of animation with that.
Yeah, this is back when you had to like draw everything on a piece of paper with like a ink quill and stuff like that, and then scan it into your computer under the candlelight, and then layer them over.
Yeah, but when I started, we don't have a scanner. We use we call Truca. We have a video machine, and you put the paper and clack, other paper and clack, other paper and clack, other paper and clack, and check. Oh man, I have an error. Clack, clack. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's all is cool. But for me, it was amazing because I found all the problems you can have in animation, and the way we discover solution, I think is the best way. No, when you find the problems and you resolve the problem. No, when somebody tell you need to do this. Yeah, I guess this was my school.
Yeah, young whippersnappers like me are just spoiled because I got computer programs and YouTube and JC to bug about everything.
In stop motion was more difficult because stop motion, the first project was without computer, is in camera, so you need to finish the animation and send the tape to the company to release, and then you can check if the animation is okay or not, and that is so hard because
you guys weren't even doing
make
your
sure
own, like, film
that your
development?
animation, you need a planning of the animation, all the frames you need, all the movement you need, and you need to make sure because it costs money the film.
I'm surprised y'all weren't developing the film yourselves.
No. We work in short films. This is the thing.
All right. In coming months, can we expect some decrease in the size, weight, cost of including Rive SDK, specifically for Android? Gordon, Zach?
Zach, if you want to add more to it. But this was literally a discussion last week in engineering meetings. And very soon. This is a priority. At the moment, it's Android at least is including the Rive renderer and the old one, which is Skia. So it's a little bit bulkier and the last major release. And soon it should be swapped out and it should only be the Rive renderer and making use of the underlying Skia renderer on Android as a default fallback, which means one, your animations will be running a lot faster because of the new renderer, and also two, it's going to be tiny. I don't have the numbers in my head though, like what the reduction will be.
Yeah, I think we still need to run for Android, but it should be significantly smaller without the big Skia dependency there.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah. Skia later, right? Yes.
Oh, Michael, that's the first time I think you made me laugh with one of your bad jokes.
All right, I can stop them.
Dude, that was so good. Okay, this one, I'm pretty sure this is gonna need to be one of those, hey, hit us up on Discord, because I don't know what this is. Anybody? Syntax error.
This sounds familiar. I think, yeah, it depends on how you're setting up your web project. Like if you're using a framework or some kind of build system, a lot of the ES6 syntax, import, all that good stuff is handled for you. Like if you're building with like Webpack or Rollup, if you're using just plain like HTML, JS, and CSS stuff, you probably don't even need to use the import syntax. Especially, yeah, like if you're not doing some kind of build system, like what you can do is in your HTML, in our quick start guides, we have both a way to import Rive via the import system, like if you install it with like NPM or Yarn, or you can include the script tag in the head of your HTML file. And the script tag pulls from our a CDN called unpackage. And you can decide which version you want to pull from, but you can just include one script tag in the head of your file. And then in the script tag of like your body element, when you actually start using Rive, you don't have to import Rive from like Rive app canvas. You can just start using the Rive global object itself. And so basically everything without the import side needed. So I would take another check at the getting started guide for the web side as well. And if you still have some issues with that, feel free to drop like a code sandbox or something that we can take a look at and on Discord, and we can probably take it further from there.
Very important question. What about Rivetober? Okay, we've got stuff to talk about with that, I think next week. So tune in. I don't know if it's going to be called Rivetober anymore. Name pending. We'll see. But we will have a animation thing through the month of October. Now, it's not going to be, I'm going to spoil it right now. It's not going to be 31 days of Rive animation. It's going to be one per week, and there'll be a little bit of challenge involved with it. It won't just be animate this thing. Well, it will be, but there's going to be like optional challenges to do and stuff like that. So it'll be 5 animations, 5 different challenges. And yeah, we'll see what everybody comes up with. But yeah, we'll have more to talk about. Let's see. Yes, next week. So you'll have a week to get your first one done. Okay. When will we be able to convert Rive to Lottie? I'm going to say probably never. I'm just being like, I'm honest. I'm just being honest. I don't think
that has broken the Tsunameter.
Yeah, no, that
I mean, it's far away from that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. It might. I don't know. Maybe one day.
We don't know what happens in the future, but it's true that for now we don't have intention for that. Yeah, but
yeah, also Rive has features that's not in Lottie. So, for example, like the concept of moving animation with bones, that can't translate to a Lottie animation. You can only potentially translate the keyframes and like the vector objects.
Yeah.
So for the most part, it probably doesn't make sense to do it.
All right. I think that was a good final question. Just a reminder for everybody who showed up. Okay, maybe this one. How about vice versa? You can import Lottie animations into Rive.
Yeah.
I think we have videos on the YouTube about that. Maybe.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
You can export a JSON file and import that JSON into Rive.
Using
Yeah,
the body moving plugin, right?
Yes, or the
Yeah.
Lottie.
You can drag and drop the file to the stage, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's it.
Okay. These are the. Remember when I used to do this 5-head play where we were saying we're going to get out of here? Now it just happens. All right. Is there going to be an option to export SVGs from Rive? Yes, that is coming. I don't know soonish, but it's coming. It's actively being worked on. So hopefully soon, but it's probably going to be more like relatively soon. All right. Let's get out of here. Reminder for everybody, Spanish live stream tomorrow.
Yep.
Laura, creative session tomorrow. 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Central. And yeah, new Rive 101 section. Make sure you check that out. We may or may not be having a workshop on Thursday. Make sure you pay attention on Discord. We'll announce it there and on Twitter. Yeah, big thanks to everybody for coming out, hanging out, and asking all these great questions. And we will see y'all tomorrow or next week.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.